No struts, no problem. We have the fix in today's video, boys, and I hope this can help you guys out because these little mounts can be a huge pain in the butt. Today, we're gonna go ahead and fix that. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I hope you guys are doing well. Today we have an exciting install because for years and years of you guys watching me work on this and me working on this, I've been holding up the hatch glass with everything but the struts. My head, my back, my arms, pieces of wood, brooms, literally anything you can imagine to hold up this rear hatch glass, I've been using to hold it up. Now, I'm happy to report the day has finally come where we can get rid of that and hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, get the struts back in this car because I got this sweet little package, 10 bucks on Amazon, with the new hatch glass strut mounts. These things are a pain, and you might be asking yourself, do you know how to get these out? Do you even know what you're doing? And the answer is, of course, I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're gonna do it, we're gonna figure it out, and hopefully I can show you guys how to do this when it happens on yours, because we have perfectly fine struts, but these threads are a lot harder metal than those soft aluminum mounts. So what happens more often than not is that, you guessed it, those mounts on the glass will strip out and then you're hooped. Anyways, we got the struts, we got the mounts, and we got the car. Hopefully we can put all this together and finally have a working self-holding hatch glass today. Here's to hoping. Let's get you guys on the tripod. Let's get boogie in. Alright, so these mounts right here, the back side is the threaded portion that your strut will thread into, and then on your pillar up here is where the other end of the strut will thread into. And in theory, when that strut is there, it'll be able to hold itself, but our hatch glass mounts are completely stripped out. And now, from what I've seen and read, in theory, these should just pop right out, question mark. But they seem to be in there really well. Oh man, which is not making my life easy. Oh my God. Holy crow. Those things are in there, man. I don't want to use this. But I don't know what else to do. I don't want to break the glass. That seemed like it helped a little bit. God, I didn't. I did not think these would be so hard to take off. Holy shit. It's coming, but not easily. Whew. Let me quickly get a game plan because, yeah. Let's try panel pullers. I got the red ones, so they're fairly rigid, but not as terrible as metal on glass. Maybe this will work? I don't know. Oh, damn, boys. There it is. There it is. Sweet, sweet victory, baby. One more side to do. But before I do that, I'm at a pretty shit angle here, so I'm gonna drop the front of the car down, push it forward so we have more room to work with. But here it is. Here's the stockies. So you got the outer piece, and this one's bent. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's actually bent, and I think that's just from taking it out, but also take a look at the threads in there if you can. Stripped as can be, take my word for it if you guys can't see. This one only has one gasket. I might use two for the next, or just one, we'll see how it goes, but also the outer piece that threads into the strut is metal, but the inside piece on these OEM ones is plastic. So the new ones we got are all metal. Who knows if that's gonna hold up any better, but I guess they just take a lot of prying. They will come out. It's a pain. they will come out. Let's drop the front of this car down and push it forward first though, because this is just, ugh. Car's moved forward. I don't know about you guys, but this is much better to work with. Let's take this side out. It's gonna be just as much of a pain in the butt. Let's grab our tools that worked and start working away.
2,000 years later.
Yeah, big brain moment here, maybe, but couldn't I just put something through it and tap it out? I'm gonna try. That's how you do it, boys. That is how you do it. Get you a screwdriver, rubber mallet, be gentle, it's glass. Put it through, tap, tap. Bob's your uncle, baby. We're done. Time to put the new ones in, get the struts in, and we'll have working hatch glass again. Yes! So here is the new pack of them. Let's open it up, see what we get. Okay, so we got 2 rubber washers per fitting. It's so dark, but you got 2 rubber washers, and then you got this metal base which goes on the outside of the glass, and then you got this inner base which goes on the inside, and they are keyed. So they'll only fit in one way, just like that. Plus you got the 2 washers. Thread the strut in here first and then strut it into the C-pillar and all should be well. All right, so here's how we're gonna go about this. We're gonna take the outer piece, put that rubber washer down on it like it is right there. Then we're gonna slide it through the glass, put another washer on. So there's a rubber washer on the outside and the inside. Then take the back cap, slide it over, and then we're gonna take the strut, and the shiny arm portion is going to thread into this just like that. And now in order to hold that down, we have a crescent wrench here holding the inner piece, and then we have a 12mm wrench to go on here and actually tighten this swivel nut right there. Once that's done, we're gonna do the other side, and this will just be dangling. And then once both are installed, we're gonna install this into the C-pillar on the car. So let's get after it. All right, so now that we've got one side installed, let's go ahead, check out the work, see how we did it, and it's looking mint so far, baby. So there's the little button on the outside of the glass. If we go ahead and open it up, we have the strut just dangling off of it. It is a little bit loose. There's a little bit of play there, but honestly, it was cheap Chinese, so like, you kind of get what you get. I might add like another washer or something. You can see from the top view, ever so slightly wiggling around there, but as long as it works and function, you don't want to over tighten this, like I said, because this bolt is way harder metal than the aluminum piece that's holding it together. So if you got another rubber washer, I'd probably add it just to space it out so I can clamp down better. But like I say, this car never sees rain, so that's going to be plenty enough for me. Now that we've done it on the one side, let's go ahead and do it on this side, and then we can fasten the other piece right in there and watch the magic work. To be honest, I don't know why I'd wait till the end for that. I'm just gonna go ahead and fasten that into the C-pillar so it can hold itself up, so this one's easier for me to film and kind of walk you guys through. Holy moly. The freaking glass is holding itself up right now, boys. Hallelujah. Let's go. All right, now with that one side in, I can kind of show you a better comparison of what we're working with here. So this piece, the button head, is the outside piece of the glass. We're gonna take one rubber washer, slide it over that. Then this hex piece is the inside piece of the glass. So we're gonna take the other rubber washer, push it down over this, make sure it seats nice all the way around. And then boom, you got your rubber washer on the inner, you got your rubber washer on the outer. Then we're just gonna go through the glass, sandwich them in, start threading in the strut mount, and what do you know, we're good. Now that it's installed, we're gonna go ahead and take our crescent wrench, put it on the new piece that we bought on the inside of the glass, and then we're gonna take our 12 mil and that's gonna go on the strut itself. This is basically just gonna hold it in place while this tightens. Don't over tighten. I can't stress this enough. You will strip these. Just make sure it's snug. Just like that. Nothing more, nothing less. Then you're gonna take this, swing it around right here, and start threading this in. Once you get the first few threads, you should be good. You might need to pick up on the strut just a little bit, just because there is gonna be tension there with the other strut holding it on, but that is a-okay. So just make sure these are all snugged up. They don't need to be crazy tight or anything. And then once they are good, they are good. Perfect. Do another check on this one up top, just to be certain. Beautiful. And now, boys, we have a freaking hatch glass that holds itself open. Holy moly, it has been years and years without this. I forgot what it looked like holding itself open. And honestly, these little Amazon ones, they literally look cleaner than OEM. Black, metal, anodized. Same with this side here. I think they actually look better than OEM, and now it matches my rear wiper delete as well. But moment of truth, let's see. Boom, we're locked in there. You can see the struts. I finally have rear struts. Let's go ahead and pop it open. That'd be cool if you pulled that and it just slowly swung open, but check this out. Now these struts aren't brand new. They are a little older, but as long as they can hold themselves up, I'm more than good with that. And I can pull on that and it's good to go. We now have struts on our Civic hatch yet again. Isn't that a weird sight? It's literally holding itself up. Go ahead, close it. Boom. Need to get in the trunk, need to work in the trunk? No problem, no problem. I gotcha. Those parts that I bought, these little things right here that go on the glass, were literally $9 on Amazon. It's a bit of a pain to get the other ones off, but if you have bad struts, these struts you can get brand new on Rock Auto and sites like that for dirt cheap. Maybe like 20, 30 bucks a set, if that. And then $9 for these on Amazon. I'd drop you guys a link, but I ain't no Amazon affiliate yet. So you guys are gonna have to search that up. I think I just typed in 92 to 95 Civic hatch glass strut mount or something along the lines of that. You guys will see them, easy peasy. But now we have a freaking clamshell hatch glass that not only isn't broken, has a wiper delete, and now it has matching strut mounts that aren't stripped and opens right up. Such a simple, small, easy mod to do, and it just makes the quality of life so much better when you're working behind this car. For years and years, I'd be hunched over in here with my head holding up the glass and all that. Little did I know, $9 part would fix the deal. I got these struts off of a blown up Civic EG hatch that the owner was just parting out. So I was lucky to go ahead and cop those for like $5, I think, not even $5, $10 at most. And what do you know? They work perfectly. I actually bought these struts when I had the old OEM hatch mounts in there, and they were slightly threaded, but it was enough to grab threads. And then one day I went to go open it and I pulled a little bit too hard, I guess, and it just ripped them out, and the struts went and fully extended really quick, and the hatch just slammed back down on them. I thought it was gonna break, thank God it didn't. But yeah, for a $9 part, make sure you just go ahead and replace these if there's any signs of stripping on the OEM ones, because you could very well break this very rare clamshell hatch glass if one of those does indeed pop out one day. But I couldn't be more excited that my hatch glass opens now. That's sick. All right, fellas, in between the last few videos I made heat wrapping, doing this Mishimoto stuff, if you can't tell, my whole area is a complete shit show. Let's cue up a little time lapse, clean this up, and we're gonna be out of here. All right guys, now that my area is cleaned up and looking a whole lot better, a whole lot more workable in here, we got a little bit of talking to do, just a little bit. As you guys would probably know, after watching me build this car on this channel for like the last 8 years or something, since 2018 I think. Anyways, it's been years and years. We have done so much to this car. Full suspension, every nut and bolt, every ball joint, every inner, outer tie rod, upper control arm, lower control arm, every new bolt, every wheel bearing, every wheel stud, the coilovers, the engine swap, the turbo swap, the Honda, the this, the that, the third, the lighting, the aero, the wing, the lip, the mirrors, these fenders, repainting the whole car, redoing the trim. Now we got rear struts that work, just everything. We've done so much. This car is almost starting to feel like a little tapped out as far as content goes. Now that we got the firing back in the wastegate, if you haven't seen last video, do it now. There'll be a card up here. We heat wrapped the header and the wastegate dump. Now, before I heat wrap the header or the downpipe, I don't remember the vacuum line for the wastegate ever resting up against it, but now it is. We also got the wastegate dump tube heat wrapped, but when we took off the wastegate, we found something a little bit interesting. I had taken that on and off so many times between getting the downpipe done and everything like that, that I put it back on without the fire ring installed. So basically there was always a little bit of air around the valve in the wastegate that was just dumping exhaust. It wasn't holding pressure, which makes sense as to why we weren't building boost till 7,000 RPM and why we're only making 5 pounds when indeed we have a 10-pound spring in here. Problem, mystery is solved. Wastegate firing, valve seat, whatever you want to call it, was never installed, and now it is, which means yes, I can drive this car right now out of boost, but considering that this car never seen boost till 7,000 RPM, and now it's going to see it 2,000 to 3,000 RPM sooner, that RPM range was never tuned for boost because it was never in positive pressure. Now it's going to be. So basically I could drive it NA, but I can't do boost pulls until we get it retuned. Not only the RPM difference with seeing boost, also the pressure. We were only ever seeing a peak of 5 pounds, about 4.7 to 5 pounds at our 7,000 RPM. Now it should start spooling around 4,000 RPM, and it's going to make up to 10 pounds of boost. So needless to say, I'm sure you guys can connect the dots there. We can't drive it until it's tuned. Like I said, sure, we could drive it out of boost and everything would be fine, but we can't drive it in boost. So what fun is that? I only ever take out this car to party, and driving out of boost ain't partying. So one of these weekends here, while we still have beautiful weather and summer is kind of transitioning into fall, we got to get this thing retuned because colder air is on the way, which means boost weather, baby. I can't wait to get some crazy photos, rollers, and driving footage of this car in the fall weather and the end of summer here. I'm actually getting wireless mics that all the streamers and everyone have been using that I'm going to use for the videos, and I'm putting together an in-car camera. I'm just going to use my phone on a wide angle. I got a mount that goes on the windshield with one of those mics, so I can have one in the engine bay by the turbo so you can hear the turbo spool. I could put one by the exhaust so you can hear the exhaust scream, and then I can have one on me so I can talk, you can hear me clearly, you can hear all the great sounds that a turbo Honda can offer, which is amazing. Sounds so good. But this car is almost tapped out for content. I would like to do, I got the spoon rep wing with a Mugen rep front lip. I'd like to get the spoon rep front lip because I'm not spending $1,500, $2,000 on a wing and a lip. I didn't even pay $1,000 for this car when I first got it. So I want to do the spoon rep front lip. If you guys have been watching for a while, you would know that my blackout headlight housings, one of the reflectors snapped off, reached out to the company. They will not send me a new reflector. I said, like, I'll pay for it, I'll pay shipping, whatever. Won't do it, and it's crazy because I looked at it, it's held on by 2 Phillips bolts, but it's just a plastic piece. I don't know if the vibration from the solid engine mounts caused it to snap off, but it snapped off. So we're on stock headlight housings. I'd like to go back to blackout ones because they look so much better. I'm really upset we can't have the hood bra on it anymore because that was just simple, classy goodness, but there's too much turbo stuff and it would literally burn that thing up. Along lights, these are red and smoke, and I want to get the candy cane tails. I want all red with clear, so I want to do those as well. Side skirts, OEM, one of the Aero-ish pieces that we've never changed. PCI, and I think Wicked Fab or something like that, makes like the race side skirts that's literally just sheet metal kind of block, powder coated like a wrinkle black, and I think they look sick on EG, so I'd love to do those side skirts as well. Get the private label MFG X brace that goes in the back of this, as well as tint the 3 rear windows pretty well black out. I think that X brace would look sick, and if we get it powder coated candy apple red, then we can get the Circuit Hero strut bar, the gusseted one, just get it in raw and get that powder coated candy apple red as well. And then we got a fat ass X bar and a strut mount, both painted or powder coated candy apple red. I think that would look sick. But aside from that and potentially going K-swap, there's not a whole lot left to do on this car. Pretty much everything you can do to it aside from a wide body and a fully built engine or a different engine swap has been done. So this thing sitting here, I don't really have space for a new car, but this is a 2012 Razor 800? Yeah, it's a Razor Ranger 800. Everything about it's good, suspension, everything. It will need some new tires, but the engine is blown. So I'm gonna have to take some time to get a new engine in this or rebuild the engine that's in it. So if you guys wanna see some Razor content, and then once we fix it, we can take it out, put some helmet mounts on and go for a rip in the woods, that would be awesome, because we live in BC, Canada, so like we can literally go 10-15 minutes any direction and be in the woods and be able to rip this. We're keeping it, it's not going anywhere, so unfortunately I don't have another spot in the shop for a second project car. We are planning to migrate away from the CB7 Accord and get something a little more reliable for a daily. Don't get me wrong, I love that car. I've done a lot of maintenance, I put a lot of work into it, and I wish I could keep it and keep it going forever, but it's got one of those shoddy old 90s Honda transmissions, and we all know how fantastic those are. They're not good at all, and it's shifting like it's got a freaking stage 27 converter in it, man. Thing shifts and wah! It's insane. So maybe we could get like a TL type S or something as the daily that I can do a little bit of mods on to get some more content going. But what I'm trying to say is this car has got so much done. I'm finding it hard to think and come up with things to film with it, as sad as it is. Don't get me wrong, I don't think this car is going anywhere anytime soon. It's my baby. I've never put this much time, love, money, effort into a car, and I think it's gonna stick with me for a while. But as far as content goes, it's kind of getting tapped out. So let me know if you want to see some Razor engine rebuilding in the comments below and some driving videos of that. Or if you think we should just stall on that for a while, do that off camera, sell the Accord and get something a little bit cooler. Not quite as cool as this, but something that we could actually put like suspension, wheels and tires on and do all videos like that again. Let me know in the comments below, should we just bite the bullet on a new daily that'll give us some content, or do you guys want to see a Razor side-by-side get the engine ripped out and rebuilt? It's all up to you, baby. I'm here for the people. Let me know in the comments below. Till next time, guys, our hatch struts work. I couldn't be more happy about that. Comment, like, subscribe. Turn those notifications on so you don't miss when we upload next. We upload every Sunday. And if you want to see updates first, as always, go ahead and follow the Brash Garage Instagram channel. It's just Brash Garage on Instagram. It's also in the link tree in the description and the bio of this channel. But like I said, guys, comment, like, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.